What's going on, guys? It is Kevin with Optimize Essentials, and I am so happy to be back. Right? Some of you guys don't know me because I don't have that many followers, but for those who are subscribed, the few that I have, I want to speak out to you and let you know that I am back and I am here to share with you all of my best knowledge. And today I'm going to be sharing with you how to get in shape and stay there, right? Because in today's society, a lot of people are obese, a lot of people are overweight, a lot of people are struggling with health. And I've been getting signs from the universe, from God, or whoever you want to believe in, to come back to YouTube and make some videos. So with that being said, there's a quick brief update I want to give you on why I took a break or why I haven't been able to make videos and why I'm back, all right? Well, about 6 months ago, I moved from Northern California to Southern California, and I decided to start a new journey in bodywork, posture. Posture wasn't a career, but it's what I'm into, right? How to fix the body, how to optimize your body to have good posture, how you can work out so you can stay lean. And I decided to enroll in massage therapy. As you can see, I have my massage table right there, my whiteboard that I'll probably bring back. I'm using my mini one for today, and also my inversion table that I use every now and then. Excuse my setup, guys. Excuse it so much because right now I'm in the down and under phase. I am barely making rent. Shouldn't be telling you this, but right now I am not in the best position to have a nice fancy setup, living in the beach, right, with my blue screen. You know, they say envision your success. I am right now, actually none of this is the most beautiful scenery you'll ever see. I'm actually filming back here in my $500,000 apartment, and you can see the beach, you know, the nice beach outside, right? Okay, enough with that. In all seriousness, I took a break from making videos because I myself have been working with my musculoskeletal issues, and I didn't feel right and ready to make a video, see the foam roller, guys, to make videos on posture when myself hasn't completely fixed my own body. And in a way that was kind of selfish because I didn't want to be sharing stuff with you guys because of my own personal issues. But you know what's really funny is what got me back really quickly is when I was in class, a girl took my phone and she was reading her horoscope, and I'm like, you know what? I haven't read mine in a while, and I'll check mine. I'm a Scorpio, by the way. I checked mine, and then it said something along the lines of, I've been putting off a mission for a while, and thoughts have been, you know, it's been in my thoughts for a while that I should get back into it. And I was like, wow. It wasn't like that exactly, but I was like, wow, this message is for me. And I knew it was for me because these past few weeks, few months, I've been thinking over obsessively, like, wow, I have all these ideas, like all these video ideas. I can show you like a whole list of them that I've been writing down that I should put on YouTube. And just this past week, those ideas have been like screaming at me. And one of them, or what I'm be sharing with you today, is how to get in shape and stay there, right? So big loop, right? Why I was off track, well, you know, gotta take care of my own personal life, swept away with that. But now I am back. I'm so happy to say that I'm back, and I will stay here for a while. I'll make sure I'll pump out videos and give you my best content. So let's get right into it before I go off into a tangent. I'm sorry, guys. I hope you guys forgive me because I have a tendency to ramble, and I don't want to make this video too long, but I promise you it'll be filled with good stuff, all right? So I'm back. I'm gonna be here, I'm gonna stay, so make sure you stay subscribed, share my videos so it can gain a little more traction, give me a little more hope to make sure I'm speaking to someone, I'm not just speaking to myself, but anyways, I love teaching, that's why I'm back. I love teaching, no matter if only 1 or 2 people watch it, I'm gonna post, I'm gonna stay committed to it, all right? So let's get into it for the 5th time. What does it take to get in shape and stay there? Because New Year's resolutions, or New Year's is coming up, people are going to set resolutions, they're going to fall off bat, and they might stay in that cycle, perpetuating cycle over and over and over again. So what does it take to get there? Number 1, you need to have a burning desire, right? You need to have a burning desire that gives you fuel, that gives you a reason to get in shape. People say, what is your why? I don't want to use that because it's so overhashed, but what is your why is a very important thing. And if you don't know your why, or if you do know your why, but you're still having struggle, fear no more, because this series is going to be a multiple part series. The first one is going to be how to get in shape and stay there. And the second one is why you're fat, all right? Or somewhere along the lines, let's see, what did I write down? Okay, I wrote down, this is what I wrote down, guys. I have this all typed out. This is why you'll never lose weight, or this is why you'll stay fat forever. One of the two, right? There's certain things that are preventing us from changing. So there's going to be multiple part series on how to go about it. But the first thing that you need to start with is, what is your burning desire? If any of you guys have read Napoleon Hill, the Think and Grow Rich book, totally recommend it. He starts off the chapter by burning desire. What is your why? What is it that you want when it comes down to getting in shape? What does it take to get in shape? What about it draws you in? Now, let me share with you my personal story on how I got in shape. It was actually back in middle school in the 7th grade. I remember very clearly my friend, his name was Alika. I don't know if you'll ever watch this video, but his name was Alika, so shout out to Alika. I remember we were finishing off with PE, or one of the periods in school, or recess, lunch recess, one of the things, and he lifted up his shirt, right? He lifted up his shirt, and then I saw like the most chiseled abs, and I was like, what are those? Like, I was like, whoa, shit. And I remember the girls were screaming, they wanted to touch them, and when I saw that, my life changed. That was the very first time in my life where I was like, wow, I really, really, really want abs, because they just looked good. Like, they looked awesome. And then I remember from that point on, for 6 months straight, because my motivation was, at the end of the year, we had an end of the year school party, pool party, and I wanted to look good for that. And that was my motivation to get in shape. I wasn't exactly fat, but I couldn't see my abs, right? I had a little pooch belly going on, and I couldn't see my abs. And for 6 months, every night I would hit the same ab routine, not exactly recommended, but I would do that same ab routine for 5 minutes every night. And then when the pool party came, I got my abs. I wasn't satisfied with it, but I got my abs, all right? Because the desire of wanting something so much led me to do that action again and again and again until I got it, right? Look, think about it, guys. When you like someone, right, you obsess about it. When you want a car, when you want a pair of shoes, when you want a dress or a shirt, or whatever it is that you want, when you really want something, it compels and pulls you into it, right? Like making these videos, right? There's this burning desire inside of my heart, my soul, that pulls me. And every day that I'm not doing it, it's like something slapping me, like, make your videos, Kevin, make your videos, pat, 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 pat. But enough of that. That is the first thing you understand. A burning desire. That's the very first step to getting it. Why do you want your health? And people have superficial reasons, like, you know, I just want to feel good. I want to look good. I want to do this and that. Maybe you don't have a burning desire, right? Maybe it's something that you need to really consciously think about. And maybe it goes further into figuring out what your dream life is. What is your vision? What are you here to do? It takes a lot of time to introspect, to reflect on yourself, to understand what it is that motivates you. What is it that you want? And then the second step, it's at the core of it, it's fundamentally a change in identity, right? Here you are, point A, someone who's probably stressed, unhealthy, fat, depressed, victim mindset, everything's happening to me, and I've done all this, and for some reason I just can't get in shape. You want to go from this person to point B, so forth and so on. Someone who's healthy, someone who's happy, someone who's stress-free, someone who's making an impact in life, right? How do you go from point A to point B? Well, it requires an identity change. But what prevents us to make that identity change will be covered in part 2 why you'll never lose weight or why you'll stay fat forever, right? There's certain demons, there's certain influences, there's certain factors that prevent us. But in today's series, just to keep it short and simple, in order to get in shape and stay there forever, to go from point A to point B, we need to have a fundamental change in identity. Now, let me explain to you how this is done and what it takes to do that. Because right now, I used to identify myself as a video gamer and someone who smokes pot, right? A pot addict, right? Someone who is depressed, someone who is sad, someone who is lonely, someone who just liked to play video games, League of Legends, MapleStory, RuneScape, all my people out there that used to play those games, shout out. I was that kid, and you know, I wasn't no shame. But now I see myself, my identity is I'm a certified personal trainer. I'm a soon-to-be certified massage therapist. I'm someone who's spiritual, who's in touch with my sensuality, my feminine energy, my masculine energy. I'm someone who's in touch with my soul, my inner spirit. And then I'm someone who's healthy, someone who takes care of himself, who makes videos, right? That's my identity now. But how did I get there? Well, it started with the burning desire of wanting to become more, wanting to have abs, wanted to chase the next thing and the next thing and the next thing. You have to find that one thing. It doesn't just have to be get abs. It could be, I want to play on this sports team. I want to look nice in this tuxedo, in this dress. I want to be someone in my community. It just has to be one thing that really pulls you, right? And then allow that one burning desire, that one desire to sprout into the next, into the next, into the next, until one day you've become someone else. Because the next step after I wanted abs and have some sort of muscles, my friend gave me the idea at that time when I was still trying to break away from playing video games and smoking pot to become a personal trainer. And when I became a personal trainer, I wanted to learn how to teach people how to exercise. I wanted to learn how to teach people to get in shape, which is why I made one of these videos today, the series on how to get in shape and stay there, because a lot of people want to lose this belly, right? Want to lose this belly and get these abs, get these definition on the body, but they can't do it because it's so hard in today's society. And it's a question I get over and over again by my clients. How do I lose my belly? How do I lose fat hair? How do I lose this? It's not about what you need to do to lose that fat, because even if I tell you, you can't do it. It's how do you change what's going on in here so that the results show up in here. Ha ha ha. How do you get these muscles that will stay with you for the rest of your life? It is a change in identity. Look, think about this. An Olympic athlete, a successful rapper, a musician, an artist, someone who is committed to their craft, their identity revolves around that. But it all started with, I just want to get good at this. I love playing music. I love dancing. I love creating. It all started with that, right? And then after a certain time period of doing that over and over and over again, they become that person, right? Which is the third point. You have to reinforce the identity that you want to become by doing it again and again and again, all right? Let me share with you what I did, right? Here's a quick example. If I came to the gym and I worked out once in a while, I'd be someone who went to the gym and worked out once in a while. But if I worked out enough times where my body fat was low and I was healthy, I would be someone who would be healthy. And if I ate right and I slept on time and I just was a healthy person, I could consider myself a relatively healthy person. But if I was someone who did a lot of bodybuilding techniques, then I would be able to call myself eventually a bodybuilder. Or if I was someone who joined a CrossFit team, if I was someone who joined calisthenics or did calisthenics, I could call myself someone who was a gymnast, right? Who was an athlete. Because at the end of the day, what you do over and over again, you start to identify with. So I identify with myself as a bodybuilder, as someone who's healthy, someone who's spiritual, someone who is really into personal development and self-transformation, because those are the things I've done enough times to reinforce it, right? If I made a video once in a while, I would be someone who made a video in a once in a while. But if I made enough videos where I've now have a decent amount of followers and I make videos regularly, and then I have a better setup, a better equipment, and I'm living in a better place, I now become, or I can call myself, a YouTuber, right? So how do you take the identity 1 and you go to identity 2? That distance in between is the work that you need to do consistently over time until you become that person, right? And the higher you want to go, the more of that you have to do. Think elite performers, Olympic athletes, top performers in their fields. These people are extraordinarily good at it. Look, Kobe Bryant, LeBron James, Michael Jordan, these people, I have identified as a top performer because they put in hours and work. They just can't see themselves anywhere else. And then let me share with you the second part of this, right? Once you've done something enough times, you increase your set point. What is your set point? Your set point is your new baseline identity of who you are. I know for a fact that I will never, ever get fat again. I don't see myself as someone who will ever get fat. I don't see myself as someone who will ever be unhealthy, because my identity of this new identity of being a body worker, of being a personal trainer, a self-transformation artist, someone who's into personal development, this new identity is so strong and so compelling that it just squashes the stressed, unhealthy, depressed, fat, obese person. There's no way I could become this person because my set point is up here now, right? And anytime it drops below, it's just gonna bounce back up because that is my identity. That is my new set point. So in order for you to have a new set point, you need to first have the identity that you want to be at, that set point that you want to be at, and you have to reinforce it through continuous action. And in order for you to make sure you act consistently with who that is you want to become, you need to, number one, have that desire, that burning desire within your soul. And it takes time to find out what that is. You have to take action. You have to figure out, you have to put yourself in situations that bring forth that aspect of you, right? That's it, guys. That's it. There's actually one more thing. That kind of shadows or prefaces and shows you how are you spending your time, right? Or shows you how all of this, which will tie into the next part to keep this video series kind of short, is how are you spending your time? How are you investing your time? What is the identity you're creating right now? Are you someone who's going to your job that you hate, the 9-to-5 job? Are you someone who thinks a lot of negativity and thinks about how unworthy you are, how many weaknesses you have, how inadequate you are compared to someone? Maybe you're comparing yourself to someone on Instagram, Facebook, or YouTube. Maybe you're comparing yourself to me, how I can share with you knowledge and whatnot, or you're comparing yourself to someone who is really good at speaking, who you're comparing yourself at this, your friend who can, get a lot of girls or guys and whatnot, and you're consistently feeding yourself these negative attitudes, right? And because of that, you're reinforcing that identity that you don't want to be, and you're suffering a lot of pain. So you see yourself as someone who's in a lot of pain, who can't get out of this rut, who is ultimately someone who's not worthy of friends, of people. And because of that, you're stuck in this low point that doesn't allow you to find your burning desire, that doesn't allow you to create that identity change, that doesn't allow you to become that person because of where you're spending your time, how you're spending your time. If you're spending your time watching cat videos all day, forget it. You're gonna be someone who watches cat videos all day, aka a loser. Someone who mopes around and spends time on mindless activities, watches porn, goes shopping, eats junk food. That is your identity. And until you can break free from those actions, you're not going to become the person you want to be. Like, look, I'll give you an example for myself again, right? These past few months, I've been stressed out because I'm not making videos. I've been stressed out because I haven't been on top of my content, producing. And because of that, I saw myself as someone who was stressed out. Now, mind you not, I don't really get fat. I gain a few pounds, but I quickly shave it off because I have that desire to come back strong and keep making videos for you guys. And I'm gonna look back on this on a few years and point to you guys, this is the reason why I was able to make that change. This is the reason why I was able to come back, because I have that desire, that identity that I want. Now, with all that being said, the first step in changing all of that is to identify where are you spending your time. How are you spending it? Are you watching videos that don't serve you, or are you watching more videos like this that help you create that identity change? Because each action that you take becomes part of your identity. So the more you watch videos on how to break habits, how to use your mind, because your mind will help direct your body, how to get in shape, the more you spend time watching this stuff, you'll feel inspired action. And once you take that action, you'll have more desires, more things you want to do, more identities you want to become. And that cycle of upward spiral goes up and up and up until you become the person you want to be. Let's take a deep breath, because we have reached the end of the video. And take a deep breath, because we are alive. Like, rejoice that you are in a not so happy position, so you can have that contrast, so that you can become that person that you are meant to become, because you can put in the work so that you can become that person, that source of inspiration, become that light for others. By me suffering, by me making these videos and showing you that it's possible to get out of your rut and become someone and produce content, I want you to see that you can do that too in your own special way. Now, with all that being said, guys, quick recap. How to get in shape and stay there. Number 1, burning desire. You need to have a burning desire. Number 2, you need to have an identity change, right? Who do you want to become? Write it down. Even if you fail to become that person overnight or in 6 months, in 1 year, at least have direction. It's okay. It might happen. You might not make that change right now. It might take you 10, 100 million videos before you can make that change. Don't give up. Number 3, reinforcement. How do you reinforce that identity? By continuous action. And then finally, number 4, investment of your time. How are you investing your time? Watching these videos? Muy bien. Very good. You're watching these videos, they're programming your mind just a little bit, planting seeds. The more videos you watch, the more things you consume. It's like watering that until one day, all the activities that you do is just everything that's related to getting in shape, staying there, and that is how you stay in shape, guys. Now keep an eye out for part 2, which is, are you ready? Why you're fat and why you'll stay there forever. Something like that. This is why you'll never get in shape. This is why you'll never lose weight. Guys, it's Kevin. I'm so happy to be back. Please stay tuned for more. I'll be sharing a lot of videos, not just on fitness, not just on posture, but a lot of videos on what it takes to optimize your life, because I have a lot of knowledge that's egging to come out that I know will serve you. So make sure you stay tuned. I'll have a lot of programs coming up too for the people who are dedicated, committed to improving their education. There's a lot of things I need to take care of. I have a lot on my plate. I want to do it all, but I want to focus on the priorities. And one of the priorities is definitely coming back, serving you guys. No matter how little people watch this video, I'm going to make sure I post it, make sure I stay committed to my words, that I'm going to give you guys my absolute best. And once again, I am out, I'm back, and I will stay here. Peace.
I got that. Fuck.